Now that this channel is monetized, I want you guys to hit that like button. It helps the algorithm. Your spiritualist reflects your energy, as well as your energy reflects your spiritualist energy. It's the same way when it comes to mundane business. Prime example, you have a jeweler. If all his clients are drug dealers and people with no structure or discipline in their lives, that should tell you a lot about that jeweler. That jeweler may be a shiesty individual because look at the people that follow him. See, I learned that in business a long time ago, that your clientele reflects who you are. But at the same token, you reflect your clientele as well. Now, as far as this goes in regards to spiritualists, your life reflects what your spiritualist is doing for you. See, a lot of people run into a lot of difficulty because their spiritualist is not doing the right thing. See, when a spiritualist has a lot of drama going on in your life and they are not the victor, but they are the victim, then I would stay away from that spiritualist, because all the negative things going on in your life eventually will bleed into my life. I had a client recently who figured they was going to go do some side work with a friend of theirs. I don't blame her because my price is a little high. So we got some stuff going on and she wanted to do something additional for another case. She didn't want to spend that bag, you know. So she ended up getting the friend to do something for her, or actually end up going to the direction of the friend, and bad shit started happening for her. Something she didn't even make the final, how can I say, the final conclusion to the work. She just was on her way. And as she was on her way, a lot of bad things started happening to her. Why is this? Well, the reason for this happening goes back to the movie The Bronx Tale. The mentor, Sonny, I believe his name was, he was gambling in a bar one day. He told this individual, "Get away from me." He said, "You're bad luck." This right here says a lot. I remember one time I was on a construction site, and mind you, I was a very accurate person, barely ever made a mistake. Now, there was this individual that came around me while I was working. Every time this individual came around me, I started making mistakes. See, sometimes people's energy can be so chaotic. When you come around them, the chaos bleeds into your life. So today, I want you to examine your spiritualists. What do they got going on? Are they messy? Some of the clear signs of mess there's a lot of signs for you to see when it comes to selecting a good spiritualist. Is your spiritualist a wholesale spiritualist? Are they just a spiritualist marketing products? Do they have the time to devote to you, to hear your situation out? See, one thing you have to understand about spirituality as well as getting spiritual work done is that your spiritualist is your coach. Your spiritualist gives you advice. If your spiritualist is not there for you and their mind is not together, you're going to make a lot of errors. You're going to make a lot of decisions that will be very detrimental for you. I had one spiritualist, actually, not I had one spiritualist as if we had an association or dealings. No, not at all. Let me correct that. I will say that there was this spiritualist once that was giving guidance to this lady who was dating a millionaire. See, I like to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If you already have a loving relationship going on, why apply more pressure? I guess some people get greedy. So this young lady, she sought out a spiritualist for help. And everything this spiritualist told her to do was some of the worst advice a person can ever give anyone. This individual, she told me, would watch my old videos and regurgitate a lot of things that I said in my videos, to the point where it kind of put me on edge to know the guy was even trying to sound like me. The guy shaved his head bald. He threw on glasses, almost as though he was a mimic of me. And he was trying to instruct this lady about how to deal with the individual that she was seeing. See, one thing I'm going to say is that imitation is a form of flattery. But to me, in that form, it was scary. But listen, your spiritualist is supposed to guide you, help you make the right decisions, not help you make detrimental decisions which will affect your life in the worst way in the future or presently. When your spiritualist is not all there, best believe that your life is going to reflect that chaos. If you were a six-figure individual, listening to them, you're going to find yourself going down to an individual that's making $30,000 a year. No offense to anyone that actually does that, but let's just keep it real. And for those in my audience or those that are viewing, I don't want you to feel discouraged, because you should take that as motivation to do better. So, with that said, I conclude this video.